about how the Prophet ﷺ, they used to send the children out to the desert for several reasons. One of them is so they can be fit and strong and they can learn how to deal and cope with the harsh life in the desert. Number one. Number two is to keep them away from the pollution of the city. So that's why, because in the city we know how the city is so polluted, the population and people get sick, So to keep the children away from this environment, they send them out to the desert. That's one reason. And also we talked about the reason is to keep the children, how to preserve the language so they can speak the pure Arabic language. So that's why they send them out, because we know in the city, multi-language, diversity, so therefore to keep them away, to keep the language clean, so they send them out into the desert. That's the other reasons. Halima brought the Prophet ﷺ back again and her husband Al-Harith to the mother, returned the Prophet ﷺ to his mother after insisting to keeping him for another term. So the mother asked, what happened? You were insisting, now all of a sudden you brought him back. And after insisting and telling him, tell me this true story, then they told the mother what happened with the Prophet ﷺ. At the age of 6 years old, the mother passed away, and that's where we stopped. So, Prophet ﷺ became an orphan, he became a yatim from the father's side before he was born, and he became an orphan also from the mother's side at 6 years old. Now, Prophet ﷺ became an orphan from both parents. 6 years old. The reason why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He was preparing him for a mission. So therefore, so he can learn the difficult life and the harsh life in the desert, so he can learn how the yatim and how the orphan feels. So when he deals with the yatim, when he deals with the harsh life, so he knows how to deal when he become a prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is preparing him for that mission. Also preparing him on how to speak the pure Arabic language. And also, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he grew up as a poor young fellow, as a poor man. So he was born yatim from father side, then became yatim from mother side. After he lost his mother, then we know that he lived in the desert, so he can learn the hardship and also to learn the pure Arabic language. All these are preparation to take the prophecy missions. And also he was poor, so when he deals with the poor, when he become a prophet, so he knows how they feel. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after he lost his mother, his grandfather took the responsibility. Who's the grandfather? Come on, guys. Abdul Muttalib, mashallah. Abdul Muttalib is the grandfather. He took the responsibility of taking care of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The reason why did Abdul Muttalib took the responsibility of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Again, it is a preparation for a mission yet to come. We know Abdul Muttalib was the master, and he was the ruler, and he was the Sayyid in Mecca, and he was dealing with variety of people, you know what I mean, who are in a position and taking care of Mecca and taking care, and he was in the leadership position. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to put him in that position so he can prepare him for a leadership yet to come. One of the stories being told from the history about Abdul Muttalib, that Abdul Muttalib, he took care of the Prophet at 6 years old, and he used to have a sitting in the front of the Kaaba. He used to have a special carpet and special sitting that was sit in front of the Kaaba, and no one would sit on that carpet before Abdul Muttalib. He would have his children surrounding that area, standing and waiting for him to come. When he would come, he would sit on that carpet, then his children would come and sit beside him. That's how the master of Mecca used to sit, and dealing with the issues and things in Mecca, and for those people who are coming to visit him with varieties of issues and problems and advices and so on and so forth. Since no one would dare and sit on that carpet, and the children of Abdul Muttalib, which is the uncles of the Prophet ﷺ, would stand and wait for their father to come, Abdul Muttalib, Prophet ﷺ, because he was under the care of his grandfather, Prophet ﷺ, he would come and he would sit on the carpet. And his uncle was trying to brush him off or move him away. Then when Abdul Muttalib would come, he would say, accept him, leave him. Accept the Prophet ﷺ, accept Muhammad, leave him, let him sit. He said, this son, he have something behind him when he grow up. There is something unique and something is different about him. So leave him. So the Prophet ﷺ would sit. At 6 years old, would sit with the leader and the ruler of Mecca. Again, a preparation for the Prophet ﷺ. So we know he learned the poor life, he learned the desert life, he learned how to be an orphan, and now he is learning at 6 years old, now understanding life, understanding what's happening around him, sitting with the masters and sitting with the rules, so he would know how to deal with those big guys. So Prophet ﷺ would learn from his grandfather how he would deal. So again, preparation. This condition and this situation stayed for 2 years. When Prophet ﷺ reached the age of 8, his grandfather passed away, Abdul Muttalib. So Abdul Muttalib died. Again, another chapter starts. So we know from the past, different chapters. Now he's grown up. His uncle, Abu Talib, took the responsibility to take care of him. So he was under the care of his uncle, Abu Talib. So Abdul Muttalib died, Abu Talib took over. And inshallah ta'ala, next Sunday we will talk about the incident and the situation and the story, what happened with Abu Talib. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us and give us tawfiq wa akhir dawana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.